y'all. Hey, it's your girl Mimi Hawkins, and I'm back. And this time I come with a question, honey. Honey, the last time I left with a statement and social media cut me off. But this time I come with a question, and I want to know your answer. Did you have to work for it? Did you put in the work for it? Whatever you have, that thing that you have that makes you successful, did you put in the work for it? Or was it given to you? Hey, Michelle. Hey, Anthony. Hopefully you guys can stay in the room with me for a while. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you, Anthony. Peace be with you too, my brother. So check this out. As many of you guys are familiar, well, you know what? Let me not assume that you're familiar. Let me just tell you who I am. My name is Mimi Hawkins. I am the CEO, Miss Mimi, and the woman behind the chair at Chic Salon by Mimi. That is my beauty salon. I am the CEO, Miss Mimi. Simply put, I am the cosmetological entrepreneur of operations. What that means is I'm a licensed cosmetologist. I did the work. I went to school, got my license. I am an entrepreneur. I have been in business for 24 years. I have been behind the chair full-time, never worked another job, have contracted with a company that makes me a national educator. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Pammy. Hey, Big Rod. Hey, Big Rod. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an educator, and my business worked because I've done the work. That's the one thing that I wanted to ask you guys, because I'm a little interested, because the industry, as far as I'm concerned, is taking a bit of a toll. There's a change coming down. There are things that are going to set you apart. Either you're going to make it in this industry over the next 5 to 10 years, or you will find yourself getting another job. Whatever the situation may be, what I want to know is, did you do the work? Or was it given to you? Let me put that question back out there to you again. Did you do the work? Did you do the work? Or was it given to you? And many people might ask, well, Mimi, why would you ask that? You know, why would you ask that? Well, the reason I ask is because it really does make a difference. You know, there's always been a saying that some people were born with a silver spoon in their mouth. And then there are some who were born with little to nothing but grace, mercy, and God, and still some way, somehow, they've made it, right? And so that question was something that was posed to me, because when it comes to this beauty industry, people know that I am an avid fan of this beauty industry. Hey, Miss Brenda. I love the beauty industry. I love the barbers. I love the makeup artists. I love everything that comes with it, that goes behind it. But I must admit, man, we got work to do. I want the consumers, if there are consumers on here, I want you to just stay in here with me for a moment, because it ultimately is going to take the word of the word of the consumer and the work of the professional to keep this industry as a viable industry. So one of my questions that I wanted to ask, or one statement I want to ask about the question that I posed. Hey Marcus Turner, hey. Did you work for it, or was it given, was my question. So when I say did you work for it, I'm talking, did you do the work? Did you come out of school? Did you put in the man hours? Did you do your research? Did you go through trial and error? Did you drop the ball, pick it back up, take off running, fall down, get up, and do this thing over and over again on repeat? See, to me, that means you have stamina. To me, that means that in spite of the trials and the tribulations that may come your way, you have some tenacity to get up and to keep moving. So let's talk about doing the work for a moment. In doing the work, you have to go from point A, B, C, D, so on and so forth. You have to keep climbing that ladder. On your way up the ladder or the stairs, you may fall. Hey, Angela, you may fall, but you're going to get back up. Because there's a reason that you initially, number one, decided to do this. It wasn't a business idea. It wasn't a business plan. Oh, I'm just going to become a hairstylist for the fun of it. Everybody at some point in their life got into whatever industry they're in to be successful, right? Now, how far you knew or wanted to go with it, who knows? That's that personal thing between you and your savior, right? But let me just talk about me for just a quick second. I always say, it's not that I'm arrogant or narcissistic or anything such as that, but I can really only tell you my story because that's the only one that I've lived. I don't know how to tell your story because we haven't shared your story. And when we get to the place of sharing your story, I would like for it to be a story that you can tell. So Angela said, I worked hard for it and all, but that's it, Angela. And this is the reason why I want to have this conversation. So many people come into this industry and they haven't done the work. They want to be leaders. They want to tell you how you should, how you could, how you would do things, but they haven't done the work. They don't know what it feels like to bootstrap. If anybody knows anything about bootstrapping in business, throw up some thumbs up and let me know that you know what bootstrapping in business means. Because whether people know it or not, or not, unless you were born with a silver spoon in your mouth, unless you were born privileged, all of us have been going through life bootstrapping it all the way through our lives. Because basically we have been taking what we have been bootstrapping pretty much all of our lives. We have been picking up what we have and turning it into something, especially those of us who have been single mothers or were raised by a single mother. So in business, I wanted to talk about this because I wanted people to understand that when you choose to be an entrepreneur, there is so much that comes with it. It's not just that you go in, you open up the doors, even whether you're working in a suite, whether you're working in someone else's salon. The only thing that pretty much safe havens you as to where you can be in this business if you go into the corporate side of it. And that's not even promised because at that point in time, you are at someone else's grace and mercy. You are at the mercy of someone else that when you say, do, or move the wrong way, they have the propensity to fire you and change the trajectory of your life. So that means now you're back to square one. So one of the things that I have absolutely enjoyed and loved about being an entrepreneur is that it's all about me making the decision on how hard I will come for what it is that I want. Okay, let me say that again. The reason that I have enjoyed being an entrepreneur because it allows me to decide how hard it is that I want to come for what it is that I want. If I want to work inside of my salon for 10 hours a day, I have the opportunity to do that because it's just a decision that I get to make. If I say I'm going to work from 6 a.m. until 12 midnight, every single day until I get to my status quo, I get to do that. Now, I worked hard. I did not know what I was doing first going into this. I knew a little bit about marketing. I knew a little bit about measurement, but I knew a whole lot about hair, right? So I always say, and I have said it for years upon years upon years, I've been in this thing 24 years full time. I have not, and I say it with pride, I have not had to work for anyone other than myself in 24 years. Have I made some mistakes? Absolutely. Have I gotten up and started over? Absolutely. Guess why? Because I worked hard, so I knew how to do it again, right? See, when you do the work, you know how to get back up and do it again. See, when you haven't done the work, when things have been given to you, you got to go back to the source that gave it to you, not being Jesus, to get the information again. So what you have to do is you're going to always be at someone else's beck and call when it has been given to you. Okay? But when you have done the work, what's the old saying? If you give a man a fish, he'll eat for that day. If you teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime. Now, I don't know if you got that right now, but maybe you'll get it when you go back and listen to this on the replay. But if you got it, drop some hearts. Let me know that you got it. There's nothing like learning and knowing for yourself. There's nothing like understanding that this is how it works. If it fails, if I mess up, if I make a wrong decision at a wrong time with the wrong person, I have the tools to get up and do this thing again. I have what it takes to get up and do this thing again. So the reason that I wanted to come on here and say this is I want to tell people, whoever you are, I don't know who you are, but I know that there's this message is for someone. If you have a business that you started, if you are in this thing, because there have been days that I'm just like, Lord, it's 24 it. It's the year 24 it for me to quit this beauty industry. And God keeps telling me, no, you got so much more left inside of you. Now, I want you to understand that when I came into this, I didn't want to be a hairstylist. I was a financial aid officer at a beauty college. And because I was on that floor, thank you, Anthony, because I was on that floor, because I saw what it took, there was an itch inside of me that wanted to be on the floor with my students. So the next corporate job that I got, I left there and I went ahead and I went to beauty school at Lee Hair Design College in Garland. I left there one day because I had worked hard for this promotion and because me and this man said something to somebody that was not considered appropriate, then my position of leadership was in question. And I did not like the fact that someone had control over me. And so what I said was, okay, well, I tell you what, if I have to be at someone's beck and call, I get to do what I want to do, then I'm going to go to school, which give me the leisure to be who I am, because you cannot redefine who I am, right? Only I can and only God can. And when I got tired of the way that things were going, then I went a different direction. So in going to beauty school, it afforded me the ability to work within my craft, within my gift, and to be able to share and educate and empower other people. But one thing that no one could ever take away from me is having the ability to go into a salon, whether it's an empty space, a full space, a salon suite, or an open floor salon, and they can never take away from me how to build a business, because guess what I know how to do? Numbers don't lie. Numbers don't lie. I've been doing this 24 years and my life is rather expensive, right? But I decide how I want to work. I decide when I want to work. I decide how hard I want to go. And so when you have done the work, when you have put feet on the ground, you have built that thing from the ground up, when you know what it's like to want to retail products, because you know that retailing is a second income without you being there behind the chair doing the physical work and putting wear and tear on your body, when you know that you can go out, when you know that it will take you at least $100 to get going. You might not have all of your inventory stacked up, but that's just the beginning. Then you can appreciate when you have those 3 items of retail that you're selling, and then you receive the return on your investment. So then therefore what it does, and the reason I'm talking about this particular point is because then it pisses you off when you see stuff inside of the beauty supply houses. I'm just going to be transparent here. Can I have a transparent moment? Y'all give me some thumbs up if it's okay that I just be transparent for a quick moment. I'm going to wait on y'all thumbs up. Give me some thumbs up if y'all think that it's okay for me to be transparent about how I feel about the consumer supply houses for just a quick moment. I promise you I'll make it real brief. Okay, thank you guys for those thumbs up letting me know that it's okay. Now look here, this is my thought about the consumer beauty supply houses. When a person, a business owner, builds their brand, one of the things that we market is exclusivity. Let me say that word again for those who didn't catch it. One of the things that we put and we include in our brand is exclusivity of a product. That means that you will not see my product in the beauty supply store. That means that if you want that product, then you have to come to me to get that product, because my product is exclusive. Now, with that being said, that's like walking in Neiman Marcus. That's like walking in Nordstrom's. That's like walking in Gucci. Gucci sells Gucci. Gucci makes Gucci. But the Gucci that you're going to find in a Gucci store, you're not going to find that in Neiman's. You may not find that in Macy's. You may not find that in Nordstrom's. There are some exclusive items that they maintain for themselves so that their businesses remain afloat. So why did I say that? Why did I feel that it was need to say that? Professionals, hear me, professionals. If you are a licensed professional and you think that it is okay for you to go into the consumer supply houses and purchase products to put on your clients, your customers, your investors' hair, and then charge them ultimate rate for an exclusive service, you're wrong. Yeah, I said it. You're wrong. I don't care if it's color. I don't care if it's hair you might be all right with. Okay? I even try to steer away from them from that arena. But color, relaxers, chemicals, no, you need to stop it. I am asking you to stop it, and I'm begging you to stop it for the sake of your business, because I don't do it so I don't have to worry about it. But what I'm saying to you is you have to have some type of guidance and care for the work that you've done. When you have worked hard at doing the labor, when you've been in labor, if anyone's ever had a baby, then they will understand labor ain't easy. It's not easy. You carry that baby for 9 months and then you have to labor to push it out. No different than a business. It's no different than opening and starting and managing and processing your business. But when something's been given to you, you might not care about it as much. You might make alterations with your business without thinking a whole lot about the full agenda. You may make a decision that will hurt you in the long run. But when you have done the work, you'll stop and you'll think. You may swiftly make your decision. But even though you move swiftly in making the decision, doesn't mean that you're going to fail from the decision that you've made, and doesn't mean that you're going to implement it immediately. But it means that you have had the thought process, and sometimes it doesn't take a lot to figure out what's right and what's wrong. Okay? So I'm saying to you guys again, if you are a professional licensed cosmetologist, barber, esthetician, nail technician, any of those things that's falling under that umbrella of professionalism, securing your license, stop purchasing from the consumer supply houses. They are not your friend. They are your enemy, actually. They work against us. So if we're out here in these streets wondering what's going on with our businesses, we have to be honest with ourselves. And we have to look at the full pyramid. And we have to see who's working for us, who's working against us. We have to know who's working for us, and we have to know who's working against us. And the only way you really care about that is when you've gotten out on the ground, you've hit the pavement, you've done the work. Okay? That's retail. I want to talk about just that. Number 2, let's talk about how we do business. Okay? Now, I have a class that's coming up, and it's a lunch and learn. And we're talking marketing strategies. I'm going to give you a plan of action. And we're going to talk about customer retention. I heard someone a couple of months ago say that if you're still doing the same clients that you were doing 10 years ago, then you're not moving. Well, I happen to disagree with that statement. Okay? Because I've been in business 24 years, and some of my clients have been coming to me for 24 years. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful to God for that. Okay? That being said, that means loyalty. That means consistency. That means security. That means that you have some people that are out here willing to come with you, go with you, and grow with you. Doesn't mean that the hairstyle got stale, because one thing that we know about trend, and any of us that are in fashion, any of us that are in the service industry, whatever portion of the industry that you're in, we all know that trends don't last. As my girl Ashley Ann would say, bling, 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 bling. Trends don't last. Hey, Jay, yes, baby, I'm having a phenomenal day. Just wanted to come come on here and share a little bit. Today is one of them days that I just feel like getting it out. I'm getting it out, honey. I am getting it out. Because it's time for it to be said. Trends don't last. Let's talk about trends. It's okay to do trends. I love trends. I also love classic. I also love classy. I also love traditional. Because the things that are traditional, that means they never go out of style. It's like an A-line skirt. I don't care what you say about an A-line skirt. I don't care what you say about a pair of black slacks. I don't care what you say about a white button-down shirt. I don't care what you say about a red tube of lipstick. I don't care what shade it comes in, but a red tube of lipstick is not going anywhere. I don't care what you say about a red shade of nail polish. How many shades they got doesn't matter. Not going anywhere. Classic is going to stay. It is going to be forever. So you want to make sure that if you are in business, you are trying to remain substantial. You are trying to keep your head way above the water. Keep you some classic, traditional clients in your repertoire. You don't want everybody walking around here with the multiplicity colors of hair, and I'm not against that, but I do know that every woman that is successful cannot wear those shades. And just let me put this disclaimer out there. For anybody that's on here that don't agree with what I said, do yourself a favor, jump off. Because again, I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know. In business, you can choose. You can choose to be a Walmart. You can choose to be a Target. You can choose to be a H&M. You can choose to be a Neiman Marcus. But whatever you choose, just know your choices. And just know the results of your choices. Know why you're doing what you're doing so that you can be prepared for the results that are to come. Okay? So that comes with marketing. That comes with building investors. You know why I don't call my clients clients? I don't call my clients customers. They may start out as customers and then they transition into clients. But those people that are on my book every single week, those people that are on my books every 2 weeks, those people that are on my book once a month, they're consistent and I know that they're coming. I call them my investors. See, they're investing in me. I'm a part of their budget. I'm in their bills. I don't have to go out and hunt for them every week. I don't have to restructure their hair, and I don't have to dumb down my services or the pricing of my services, because now I need to make you feel good about your hair being damaged. And so I need to give you a discount or do additional work to make you feel great about the way that your hair looks. So again, I say, having those traditional, classic, classy clients, you need them. You need them in your repertoire. Okay, we talked about retailing. We talked about client retention. We talked about customer service. Guys, look, this is the deal. Pay attention to what's going on in this world. Pay attention to legislation. Pay attention to the new laws that are coming down. I had a friend that posted on Instagram, said this is a $21 billion industry. But those who are out on the field, in the fields doing the work, we're not making any, we're not 1%. Ask yourself why. I know why. I'm still here because I still haven't given up. But it's going to take more than just myself and for him and others to believe and actually have a standard and actually have integrity in this industry to make the changes. But if we sell out every single time the numbers start dropping, then what are we going to do? You think that I don't want to move out of my salon suite and not be a professional and go home and do hair? Heck, my rent at home is almost $1,400 a month for a 1-bedroom. But what I did is I became wise and I said, instead of me spending $1,700 and some change on this big suite that I'm in, I downsized to a smaller suite so that I can continue to remain a business. See, I didn't put my integrity in the ground. I shifted. And as a business owner, when you know how to do the work, you shift. See, when it's been given to you, you don't hold as much value to what's been given to you. Any of you guys have children, then you'll know what I'm talking about. If you've ever given your children anything, just here, baby, take this. Here's a car, I'm going to give it to you. They don't appreciate it like you think that they should because you did the work. You paid the car. No, you kept kept up the maintenance on that thing. And so therefore you think that they should maintain it in a different manner. People don't value what they didn't have to work for. Okay? I'm going to give you my third point. This is my third and my final point. We talked about retailing. We talked about customer service. I mentioned this, but I'm gonna pounce on it just a little bit, because at this point, I don't care which side you come from. I don't care if it was given to you. I don't care if you worked hard for it. What I need you to do is, if you're gonna be a business owner, remember your why. Remember why you came into the business. Remember why you decided to do the legwork. Remember why you decided to put in the hours to go to school, to do the work. Remember why you do marketing when you're off on Sundays and Mondays and like myself, Tuesdays. Why am I on my computer creating marketing strategies? Why do I have an extensive client profile form? Why do I have a financial forecast? Why do I think that it's important that I'm on here live right now speaking to you as to why the difference in knowing how you should rock if you did the work, if you didn't? It's because there's somebody out there that needs it. So with that being said, I want us to work. I want us to go back. Ask yourself this question this week. Why am I here? Why did I come into this beauty industry? Why? Not only the beauty industry, your business. It could be, I don't care if you sell books, if you write books, if you make t-shirts. Ask yourself the why. Because when you know your why, then you will come into a greater understanding as to why you need to stay on the path or the journey that you're on, or if you need to shift. And if you need to shift, baby, know that it's okay that you shift. Know that it's okay if you shift. As long as the shifting is going to make you and your business put you guys in a greater space. It's nothing wrong with shifting. One of my lives that I did earlier was the CAD process is necessary. Control-Alt-Delete. Sometimes you got to push the Control-Alt-Delete button on your computer and your internal system of life to get some things in a better perspective. But if you don't go back and look at the original plan, you're going to find that you're going to fail. You're going to find that you're going to fail. You are going to find that you are going to fail. Because you have made up in your mind that it's not possible to do whatever it is that you want to do. But if you make up in your mind, if you do the one thing that it takes to be successful, and that's make a decision. That's the first part. You got to make a decision. Then you got to put some actions to your decision. And even when they don't turn out the way that you want it, don't mean you get to quit. Not when you know your why. Because no one told you it would happen in a day. They didn't tell you it would happen in a year. They didn't tell you it would happen in 10 years. But if you stay on the path of success, whatever success looks like to you, whatever it looks like through your lens, you stay on that path. Regardless if someone's going to ride with you on your journey to success, whether they believe in your vision or not, you stay on that path and you'll win. You will win. One of the books that I'm reading right now is Think and Grow Rich. I pick that book up from time to time because sometimes you just need to be reminded. Sometimes you just need to be reminded that if it's going to be, then it has to be through you. You have to. You have to know that integrity is important. Integrity is important. Having moral standards are important. And lastly, I'm going to leave you with this. You better stand for something or you're going to fall for anything. And what you think you're standing for, what you think that can't be, what you think that if I'm not going to do it because if I do it, nobody's going to support you. They ain't going to support you anyway. Because those that are designed to support you, they're going to have your back. Great people don't always agree. But great people always find a middle ground to get to a level of success. Why do you think that most companies, most conglomerate, most Fortune 500 companies have board of directors? Everybody has a position. And everybody has a position that they have to understand that their position is valuable to the wealth of the company. And that's what we in this beauty industry have to independently and collectively begin to think like. Although we're in different locations in different spaces, we have to start having the mindset of a boardroom. Because if not, I don't know about many. I'm not here to, to tell you what to do nor how to do it. I'm just telling you what I know and what I've done and what I do. And numbers don't lie. I can show you my numbers. I don't work hard because I don't want to work hard no more. I've done that for 24 years. But I want to impart some wisdom in some people who haven't done the work. I want to impart some wisdom in some people who think that it's easy. I want to impart some wisdom in some people who don't quite understand that failure is a possibility, but getting up is and if it's going to be, it has to be me. So, Anthony, thank you so much. I'm an internalist. It means I live right here in my head. But I'm so sick and tired of people being out here and just needing a word of encouragement and no one's willing to give it. I'm not saying that I know it all. I'm not saying that I have all the answers. I'm saying that every day that I get up, I'm trying to learn something new. If somebody comes to me, and I have many of people that come to me and they ask me questions all the time, and all I can do is give them what I know to be fact. I can't talk to you about what I don't know. I can only talk to you about what I know. I can't give you information on what I don't know. I will not give you information on anything that I haven't lived through. People, I've heard of many of people say over the course of time, how do you take advice? Why would you take advice from a person that's drowning? I've always said, hey, if they drowning and didn't drown, I want to know what they did. Because at the same token, I was just listening to Bob Proctor yesterday. And if someone would have listened to him those years back before he became this multi-millionaire, they would have considered him as drowning, right? Because if my memory serves me correctly, he said that at the moment that his mentor came to him and told him, trust me, follow my plan until you find that I'm telling you something incorrect. Do what I say do. I believe Bob Proctor said that he had $4,000, but he was $6,000 in debt. Now he's a multi-millionaire. So all we all need sometime is just somebody to jump in the pool with us. Everybody's not going to be on the same level. Everybody's not going to be on the same frequency, and that's okay. That's okay. But for those that are on the same frequency, for those that are trying to go higher, for those that want change, for those that want to see better, for those who are willing to live still in integrity, for those who know that nothing in life drops at your feet, and that you got to work for it. How hard? That's up to you. I don't know. Those are the ones that I want on this level of frequency with me. Because I'm not going to quit till God say so. So, like I say, if you like me, hang with me. If you don't, drop off. I'm still going to be okay because this is what I was called to do. This is what I'm destined to do. This is what I'm ordained to do. And it's always not so much. It's also not so much as me being behind the chair and doing their hair. It's the conversations that come with the visits. So I'm going to leave that little piece with you right there. Just make sure that when you come in contact with the ones that have been sent to you, make sure that they leave with something that they didn't come with. Again, there's a difference in movements when you've worked for something opposed to how you move when something was given to you. You understand the struggle a little bit better when you work for it. You understand attitude. You understand when people get angry about you not honoring your word when you've had to work for it. You understand ethics when you've had to work for it. So that's my 2 cents. And I might jump back on later on today. I may not. But if you have any questions, please feel free to drop me an email at ceomsmimi@gmail.com. That's ceomsmimi@gmail.com. Also, if you would like to know where I am, what I'm doing, when I'm dropping some specials, text CEOMSMIMI to pound 21000. That's CEO Miss Mimi MSMIMI to pound 21000. Also, remember, we're going to have our lunch and learn. I'm only filling 15 seats. At first, I said a minimum, but that's going to be my max. 15 seats at $15 lunch and learn. It's coming with some information on marketing. I'm giving you a plan of action, and a plan of action only works when you do the work. As well as we're going to talk about customer retention, how to keep the clients coming back to you. It's up to you, not me. So again, if you are interested in joining us for our lunch and learn, the lunch and learn will be on 9/9/19. That is next Monday. 9/9/19 next Monday, in far north Dallas at Frankfurt and Preston. We will be talking. We will be having a small, intimate conversation followed by a Q&A session on marketing, brand management. We might sprinkle on that a little bit because they kind of sort of go a little bit hand in hand. And we will have a plan of action, so you will get a package to take with you, as well as we will talk a little bit more about customer retention. Okay, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I thank you guys for hanging out with me. I hope that I've said something that resonates with you. If I've said anything that you feel that would be an important asset to someone else's life, please be sure to share this. Please be sure to leave your comments. Please be sure to email me if you have any additional questions. I want to thank you in advance. And remember, it's not always good when somebody give it to you. But if you do the work, you'll always know how to go back to the table and eat, instead of depending on someone else to give it to you. Keep your standards high, keep your integrity high, keep your morals high, and I promise you, you will reach the pinnacle of success as long as you make the decision to do so and you move about it. I'm signing off. Thank you guys again. Have an awesome, awesome Tuesday. Have a terrific Tuesday. I look forward to seeing you on the next live. Share, like, follow me. Love you. Have a good one.